Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you needed to pay for unexpected expenses, but you didn't have the funds to do so? Maybe your car broke down, or you had a medical emergency that required an expensive procedure. In this video, we're going to discuss 4 emergency funds that you need to have to protect yourself from unexpected expenses. We'll cover everything from medical emergencies to job loss, home repairs, and car repairs, and provide you with practical tips on how to build and maintain these emergency funds. Keep watching to learn how you can protect yourself and your finances from unexpected emergencies. Let's get started. First emergency fund, medical emergencies. Medical emergencies can happen to anyone at any time. According to a study by the National Bureau of Economic Research, nearly 40% of Americans had difficulty paying for medical bills in 2020, with the average medical debt per person totaling $2,000. This is why it's important to have an emergency fund specifically for medical expenses. A separate savings account designated for medical emergencies can help you avoid going into debt or having to rely on credit cards to pay for unexpected medical expenses. This fund can also help provide peace of mind, knowing that you're financially prepared in the event of an unexpected medical emergency. To determine how much you should save for your medical emergency fund, consider your health insurance plan and the out-of-pocket expenses you would need to cover. This may include your deductible, co-pays, and co-insurance. You should also consider any ongoing medical expenses you may have, such as prescriptions or regular doctor visits. It's important to prioritize saving for medical emergencies, especially if you have a family or dependents who rely on you for financial support. You may want to consider setting up automatic deposits into this emergency fund each month to ensure that you're consistently saving money towards this goal. In addition to having a separate savings account for medical emergencies, it's also important to have an emergency plan in place. This may include knowing what hospitals or urgent care centers are in your area, knowing what your insurance covers, and having important medical documents organized and easily accessible. Overall, having an emergency fund specifically for medical expenses can provide you with peace of mind and financial security in the event of an unexpected medical emergency. With healthcare costs on the rise, it's more important than ever to prioritize your health and your finances. Second emergency fund, job loss. Losing your job can be a stressful and uncertain experience, especially if you don't have a financial safety net in place. According to a survey by Bankrate, only 39% of Americans have enough savings to cover a $1,000 emergency expense. This highlights the importance of having an emergency fund specifically for job loss. An emergency fund for job loss can provide you with a financial cushion to help you cover your expenses until you're able to find a new job. The recommended amount to save for this fund is typically 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses. To determine your living expenses, consider your essential expenses, such as rent or mortgage payments, utilities, and groceries. You should also factor in any other regular expenses, such as insurance premiums or car payments. In addition to having an emergency fund for job loss, it's also important to have a plan in place if you do lose your job. This may include updating your resume and networking, as well as exploring other sources of income, such as freelance work or gig economy jobs. Overall, having an emergency fund specifically for job loss can provide you with a sense of security and peace of mind in the event of unexpected job loss. By prioritizing your finances and saving for emergencies, you can help mitigate the financial stress of job loss and focus on finding your next opportunity. Third emergency fund, home repairs. Home repairs can be expensive and unexpected, making it important to have a separate emergency fund to cover the costs. According to Home Advisor's 2021 State of Home Spending Report, homeowners in the U.S. spent an average of $13,138 on home improvements in 2020, with a significant portion of those expenses being unplanned repairs. The recommended amount to save for a home repair emergency fund varies, but a good starting point is typically 1 to 3% of your home's value. For example, if your home is valued at $300,000, you should aim to save at least $3,000 for home repairs. When determining what home repairs to save for, consider common issues, such as a leaking roof, a malfunctioning HVAC system, or a broken water heater. You should also consider the age and condition of your home, and any potential issues that could arise in the future. In addition to having an emergency fund for home repairs, it's also important to maintain your home and address any issues as soon as they arise. This can help prevent larger, more expensive repairs down the road. Overall, having an emergency fund specifically for home repairs can provide you with peace of mind and help ensure that unexpected repairs don't derail your financial goals. By saving regularly and addressing issues as soon as they arise, you can help protect your home and your wallet. Fourth emergency fund: car repairs. Car repairs can be costly and unexpected, making it important to have a separate emergency fund to cover the costs. According to a survey by AAA, the average cost of car repairs in the US is around $500 per visit, with more than 1/3 of drivers unable to afford unexpected repairs. The recommended amount to save for a car repair emergency fund varies, but a good starting point is typically between $500 and $1,000. This can cover most common repairs, such as replacing a starter or alternator, fixing brakes, or replacing a battery. When determining what car repairs to save for, consider common issues that your car may face based on its age, make, and model. You should also consider the cost of repairs for your specific vehicle and the frequency of the maintenance that's required. In addition to having an emergency fund for car repairs, it's also important to maintain your cars and address any issues as soon as they arise. Regular maintenance, such as oil changes and tire rotations, can help prevent larger, more expensive repairs down the road. Overall, having an emergency fund specifically for your car repairs can provide you with peace of mind and help ensure that unexpected repairs don't derail your financial goals. By saving regularly and addressing issues as soon as they arise, you can help ensure that your car stays in good condition and avoid unexpected repair costs. Well, there you have it, 4 emergency funds that you need to have to protect yourself from unexpected expenses. Building these emergency funds might take some time and effort, but trust me, it's worth it. Having the peace of mind that you're financially prepared from the unexpected can make all the difference in your life. Remember, emergencies can happen to anyone at any time. By building these emergency funds, you're taking proactive steps to protect yourself and your finances. So don't wait. Start building these emergency funds today. Thanks for watching.